And welcome everybody, my name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me for the Sensational Scorpio September Horoscope. And there's a bit happening this month. You have a very interesting pattern occurring in your stars this month. It's a thing called the finger of fate or the finger of God, and I'll show you in a minute when we come to your horoscope what that actually means for you. But you'll be making various adjustments, okay? And you might feel that change is around you all of the time. You know, sooner get set on something and then you have to change. But it's all working out in your favour in the end. The other thing to note is that Mercury is retrograde from the 28th of the month through to the 18th of October. And then there's a few days either side of these dates called the shadow period, where the energy is coming on or going off, being retrograde. So it's really not a great time for travelling, and you do have to be careful with miscommunications and misunderstandings. Make sure everything is in writing if you can, those really important things. If you are travelling, you may find that there's frustrating delays and things like that. Do back up your technology as well. You do have Mercury in your 12th house of the subconscious, so it could be that it's easy to become confused or, vague, much more so than usual. Okay, so just briefly what I'll do is I'll draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. We'll have a look at your horoscope in depth, and then I'll do a psychic channeling at the end. Whatever comes out of my mouth comes out. And if you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, let's go to the board and crack on with this. First thing, we're going to look at your 2 theme cards for the month. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. So let's see what comes out. All right, going with this one on top. Scorpio in September. Okay. All right, I see first impression is a watch, so timing's very important. Okay, and that probably does relate to Mercury retrograde. Allow extra time for everything, basically, just in case there's delays. There's something here about grocery shopping. Never seen this before in a vision, but I see the trolley and go along collecting groceries. Maybe it's a good idea, maybe there's shortages or something like that. Maybe it's a good idea to stock up. I'm not talking about, taking everything off the shelves and going crazy or anything like that. But it does always make sense to have a well-stocked pantry. Because there may be some changes, maybe it's weather-related or something like that, and you can't get out to the grocery store as you normally would. The card that does come up is the World card, but this is fabulous. Despite what's going on out there in the world, this is fabulous for you because it's like you're increasing your vibration to a high level. And see, this is gold here. So, and she's holding a scepter. That denotes royalty and raising the vibration. She has 1 foot on the earth, so that means practical and down to earth. Making sure you have what you need is just being practical. There's an eagle up here and an angel up here. The angel is supporting her by helping to raise the vibration. Okay, so the support of angels is around you this month, Sensational Scorpio. If you're American or perhaps German, this may apply to you even more so. The World card is like saying the world is your oyster, and you can manifest your heart's desire on a physical level, but you are a spiritual being. Okay, and let's have a look at the second card, which is like the second half of the month. They're all going all over the place. Okay, and we'll see. Oh, that one comes out. Okay, I'll only read the top one. Ace of Cups. This is fabulous. You're feeling rejuvenated. You're feeling like more energy coming through. If you've had a health problem, there could be some improvement in your health. You've got the full moon there bringing up transformation. Something could happen to do with your health or well-being or everyday sort of life. where it's cleaned out, you're rejuvenated, you've got energy, and emotionally you're feeling fine. Okay, so a new beginning in your emotions somehow, because it's the ace. All right, let's talk about this yod I was talking about before. You'll see here in the black, and there's a bit of a black dashed line across there, that there's this pattern. Okay, this is what's called the focal point down here. It's Saturn in Aquarius. We've got the sun in Virgo, and then we've got the moon in Cancer on the other leg. Often a yod, which is actually a sextile there and two what's called quincunxes or inconjuncts to Saturn. This can represent adjustments. You have to keep changing things to find a comfortable sweet spot. With Saturn here in Aquarius in your 4th house, it could be to do with your home and family. Maybe somebody is acting like a parent, even if you don't have parents alive. Maybe both your parents have passed, but somebody in the family is acting like a parent and trying to reason with you or talk to you about something, but they're doing it in a sort of authoritarian manner, which maybe won't, help. Maybe they're being stern, okay? Or maybe they're just being ultra practical and down to earth about something, which it's fine to be practical, but you've got to balance the practicality with spirit as well. And you can do that, Scorpio. With the moon in Cancer up here, there's like nurturing mixed up. Maybe they do care about you, but the way they're doing it is not ideal. And the sun in Virgo here, this is to do with friends, groups and connections as well. And it's like there's a precision or a precise element to this, where the sun shining brightly, insightful, boldly, the spark of life and rejuvenation. What it all adds up to is basically that somebody could try to limit your growth in some way because they're telling you how to run your life, and they may seem like an authority figure, Saturn, or perhaps a stern person. Okay, so you'll find a way, and because you've got the sextile at the top, you're going to find a way to work this out. But it's called the finger of God or the finger of fate because it's like a karmic thing that's happening, and so it might initially seem like, oh my God, this person has got this really strong, compelling attachment to me, or something like that you've got some sort of strong relationship, but there is a way through, so don't worry too much about that, but yeah, it is interesting. 29th of August to the 5th of November, Mercury in your 12th house here, so the house of the goddess, your subconscious. This is great for your spiritual life and for quiet study and reflection. Your intuition and sensitivity is likely to be very strong, and so you're going to pick up what's really going on. You might sort of refrain from speaking your mind though, and perhaps that's a good thing, and you might be just sitting back and saying, well, we'll wait and see about that. Then we have the 31st of August to the 4th of September, Mars opposition Neptune. So this first few days of the month you may feel just a little bit vague or confused. That's okay. There could be, some misunderstandings, even though Mercury's not retrograde until the 28th. It's not the time to, try and blow your own horn or get some personal recognition now, but it is the time to be quiet and work alone if you can manage it. And as I said, you probably prefer that because your sensitivity is so high at the moment. 6th of September sees a new moon in your 11th house. This is a time for planting new seeds. And you could find that you're going to make some new friends or join a new group. There's a lot of supportive people around you, and also the angels are supporting you as well. You'll find that suitable groups, people on the same page as you, that will help your spiritual development. And it might be with this yod here that you say goodbye to some friends, you cut something off so that you can make some new friends. Okay, a new start there. 4th of September to the 7th of September, Mars trines Pluto. You'll be thinking about getting what you want and achieving things in the world. Maybe you have to cut something off, eliminate something from your life to make more space. If you've had any attachments or people that have not been helpful to you, you might now release them, say goodbye, and send them off with many blessings. You can make major long-term changes in your life now. It is a time of advancement, and perhaps there's some sort of concern about your health here with the full moon, and you'll change what you do to improve your health or perhaps your everyday work or your habits. On the 9th of October, Venus moves into your sign here, and this gives you a very strong desire for harmony and beauty and gracious surroundings. You might want to avoid unpleasantness. You're more likely to use charm and loving persuasion rather than more direct, forceful methods to get what you want. Pleasure and affection are more important to you, okay? So that's nice. 13th of September to the 30th of October, Mars moves into your 12th house here. And you might find that, if you've got projects or something you want to do, you just don't feel so motivated at the moment. It's because your energy is turning inwards. It's a great time to retreat from the world and let things run their natural course. You can help other people, but it might be difficult to get the things done that you want to get done for yourself. Be patient because your time is coming soon enough where you will really be able to achieve more. 18th of September to the 21st, Mars conjuncts Mercury. It's not the best time for activities that need tact, diplomacy. It's time to be cautious. Do be cautious that you're not too direct or straightforward because you're more inclined to say exactly what you think. Your mind is very sharp, and it's a great time to attack intellectual or mental work rather than people. 18th of September to the 21st of September, Mars sextiles your MC. And this will give you a lot of energy. You'll have a clear objective in mind. You're likely to want to advance in your career or your life direction. Other people will support you. And people in authority are quite likely to respond favourably to your confidence or your willingness to take a risk or attack a problem in a new way. 20th of September, the full moon is in your 6th house, I mentioned before. You may need to put your feelings on hold for a little bit, especially because you've got Chiron here, and that's like the wounded healer. And, if you've already got, it's like, even if you've worked on yourself and you've resolved that wound, it's still, there could be a scar. And the full moon can bring up things around that issue. So, but that's okay. You'll deal with that. Looking at your health, your well-being, your work and your everyday habits. There's some sort of major transformation going on there. The 21st of September to the 22nd of October sees the sun move into your 12th house here. That can bring you here from the 11th into the 12th. That can bring interesting dreams. Your focus becomes more on your spiritual life and you retire from the world for a little bit. Rejuvenation and relaxation appeals strongly. You may just feel like you don't have a lot of energy for doing things. Maybe you just want to sit and watch TV or something, or watch YouTube or something. So you put your ambition on hold, and that's all right for a little while. 20th of September to the 2nd of October, Mercury squares Pluto. So when this is happening, It's like you want to get right to the very core of an issue. If there's some problems that you're thinking about, and you want to look at the root cause rather than the superficialities. You might find yourself a little bit impatient with people that sort of hum along on the surface and don't go deep, because you want to go deep into, why things are happening the way they are. You can also become obsessed with an idea. If you're looking at a problem, you could get a bit obsessive about it until you figure it out, but you will figure it out. That's the main point. Alrighty, so that's your horoscope, Sensational Scorpio. Now I'm going to close my eyes and see what I can see for you for the month of September 2021, Scorpio. Okay, I've got a big clock in front of me. It's a really old-fashioned type of clock, something you'd see in the 1800s, late 1800s. Got Roman numerals. It's sort of looking down in this corner, and it's like 4 p.m. Okay, so let's go back to the board, Zoom board. It's looking down here, and so it's saying the focus is down here. So your fifth house is about the area, and there we have Neptune. Okay, so Neptune rules Pisces. Maybe there's something, it'd be interesting to know where Pisces is in your chart, what houses and where you have Pisces. And also if you've got any Piscean friends. But Neptune is about your subconscious, and there's all sorts of, strange things happening. And we've got Neptune in Pisces here. So this could be quite a spiritual time in the fifth house to do with romance and creativity and the world of the child. Perhaps something is coming up from your childhood, and down the track, perhaps that might be tied up with your work, or what you do every day or something like that. But that's just where I see it at the moment. Okay, let's go back to this little vision. So it's around 4 p.m. on this clock. So it's not just your childhood, it's going back through your family. This is ancestral because I've got this sort of linking back to the 1800s. So it'd be very interesting to go back through your family and find out more about your ancestors. Okay, I've got all sorts of sea creatures here, again, about the ocean, your subconscious. If you are going to the ocean, they're saying make sure you wear footwear, like thongs, or in some countries they call them flip-flops. In Australia, we call them thongs, which is very interesting because it's got other meanings. Other items of clothing are called thongs as well. But yeah, something about your feet in the water, and don't get cut by coral or something in the water. So if you are going to the beach, just remember that. And I keep hearing the word sea creatures. So things coming up. It's like your childhood is coming back. So it's coming up for a time of play, and maybe you didn't have enough play when you were a child. And a time of like wonder and working out how things work in the world and how they work in the universe. And there's a sense of awe and wonder about that. And the beauty of nature is also very appealing to you. Okay, so that sort of real Virgoan connection, that special connection with nature, you're starting to sense that. Okay, Scorpio in September. Anything else? The light is coming in from the side. This does mean insight. It's like you're in a tunnel, and the tunnel is sort of, as well as having some light here at the end of the tunnel, there's light coming in from the side. So your journey is becoming lighter and brighter as you go along, with more insight, more awareness as to what's going on. Okay, and that could be to do with your money in particular. Okay, because I see the dollar signs. Anything else for Scorpio? And they're saying drop the burden. I can see a weight, and it's just time to put the weight down. You don't have to carry this chain with a stone block on it anymore, because it's weighing you down. Okay. So I think you're letting go of some things, and it's in preparation because soon you're going to burst out into the world next month. Okay, well, that's it, Scorpio. I hope this has been useful for you. If it has, please leave a like or leave a comment and share on your socials. If you're new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell. Alrighty, have a great month, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.